ब्यूटीफुल पीपल, वेलकम टू डिजाइन विद अतीत। आज हम सीखने वाले हैं how to rotate any car a 360 degree in an angle. So in this banner I have created a car rotation animation with a 360 degree view. As you can see, and I scroll down this bar to rotate a car in a 360 degree position in a right direction as well as in a left direction also. So how we can make this, we are going to learn in this tutorial with the help of principle. So first we have to go to the principal application before making any animation and set this screen as a side by side. And after having a side by side view, we just have to take all the images which we have to animate in our 360 degree rotatory panel. So first open all the images and just Ctrl plus A and select all and just drag to the principal module. And after having all the images, just rearrange it in a sequence. As you can see, 1 2 3 down the line, I am arranging all the images. So after all the images has been arranged, just select all and make a group of them and just make it as a, rename it as a 360, something like that. Just drag the group and adjust accordingly on the artboard. Make sure no image must be drawn off outside the artboard. By going on the component, just select the component and make a button. Before going to the component, just select this group and make us some space here. Sorry, yeah, make us some space here, or you can just increase your artboard for your driver to rotatory panel. As we can see here, our rotatory screen preview in this preview panel, and just you can just increase the size of it. We don't need any preview for a time being. So we are having an image, all the images like 1 2 3 4. Just first of all make it all the opacities of the images as 0 except for one. Once it should be 100% opacity. And after having that setting the opacity, just make one ruler or something like on which you can drag and drop. You have to need a bar on which you can draw, or you can drag your cursor to move that car image. So set its height at 12 and width you can set 350, or you having a 10 images, so 10 into 10 it's 100. But Yeah, you have to make somehow somewhat its length is good. Okay, now the length is good properly, and select that ruler, and just rename that layer called ruler, or after renaming it, just fill the opacity white color, and take an O as a circle to drag and drop for the purpose of dragging vertically, and change its property as drag. So as you can see, you can drag this position. Oh, very nice. And just by having, you can also rename it as a button dragger. Okay, and now click on the drivers tab here, and after having a driver tab here, uh, just select image 1 when your dragging position is on the 570. This is a timeline. As you can see, you can make it forward as a timeline too. So this is a 570, having a gap of at least 20, or let's say 30. Change the radius of a ruler also to refine the edges smooth. Now the edges are smooth, and now let's get back to the our driver menu, and over the driver menu select that dragger button, and from the 570 you can select the image 1, and having its opacity 100%, and when it goes around let's say 630, yeah. So 570 to 630, 570 to 630, 570 to 630, we have taken a gap of 60, 60 timeline or 60 time length. So here also you can create an opacity of image 1 or image 1 only, as a just select this keyframe. In this keyframe, the opacity of image 1 is 100%, and at this point of view, when you drag your button here at let's say 630 timeline, so you are having a keyframe of opacity 0. At the same time, select your second image, and create its opacity also as 100%, because when you drag your image over the two, simultaneously the opacity of image 1 goes 0%, and at the same time image 2 appears with 100% opacity. So next, again with a gap of 630 60 gap, or 630 plus 60 is 690. And set the 690 time frame, and again choose the image 2 opacity and set this as opacity as a 0%. Now again 690 plus 60 is 750. Go to the before that you have set your image 2 opacity as 0%. At the same time select image 3 also and create an opacity, or create an event called opacity, and set its keyframe as 100%. At the same time, when image 2 is 0%, and simultaneously the image 3 will comes up in the screen with an opacity of 100%, and 690 plus 60 is 750. While you drag your button to the 750, the image 3 opacity eventually gets 0%, or you have to hide this image 3, and at the same time image 4 would comes to a picture with an opacity of 100%, and with a gap of 60. 750 plus 60 is 810. Again create an opacity of 0%, and at the same time image 5 comes in the picture with an opacity of 100%. Just set this all, and I'll just fast forward it, the whole process, because it's a repeating process. So as we have arranged all our photos side by side, we just need to check that ruler bar is must be placed according to that button. So we just need to decrease size of a ruler. Let's check where the button is actually stopping. So yes, this is the last position where the button is get needs to get stopped. So we need to set the length of a ruler as per the position of this button. So we just need to decrease the width of a ruler. Let's say it is 650 for now. Let's place it as a 500. 500 is a little bit short. Let's set it as a 550. Yes, 550 is quite good. But as we are seeing in our preview that that this bar is not in a center aligned with the I mean you can say banner. So we need to set it along with the center, or we need to align it in a center location. So if we just move around the whole dagger or a ruler, you can see that here the ruler also, or a time frame above is also gets changed. So we need to just select all the things. I mean we have to select all the time frames and key points or key frames you can say, and then move it along with the at the center location. So you have to just select it as a whole, and you just have to move it as a fully. Okay, now we can start it from here. Yeah, from here we can start it, and let's place this bar ruler as a center aligned. Okay, so let's check our animation. It's time to check up our animation, how it is looking. So if you can see that yes, if you can see that it's being started from here, but we need to start it from, yeah, so let's set the ruler as accordingly. So we need to just move along side. Yeah, from here we need to begin with. So we need to set the ruler, okay, at this location. It's now good. Now we can have a preview of it, and we can check our location, or I mean that the animation. As you can see, all of the behind images are also reflecting. So we just need to set its opacity, if the position is 1, or it is a starting position, only first image, the opacity of a first image would be 100, and the rest of the other images would be at 0 degree opacity or a 0% opacity at this time frame. So let's set for third also, set it as a 0%, and set this as a this point, and at this point also for 4 is also 0. When we reverse it, we just found it as the photo is not been there. So we just need to catch up with that thing also when we reverse our 360-degree orientation bar. So we just need to decrease the opacity all over it, and it's almost done. Oops, yes, right. This is now perfect. Okay, I just missed one. Yeah, it's good. It's a 0. And the last one, if I reverse my rotating bar, or you can say dragging bar, it must be at a 0 degree opacity. Okay, now let's check it again. Is it looking good or nice? Yes, now it's looking perfect. You can rotate, one can rotate its image. Yeah, you can also set the boundaries of it, where you can just stop over your dragging or button for a clear image. So first is here, okay, so now it's good. I need to just set a pole here. Let's select a rectangle tool, and point a small rectangle here, and to fill it's slightly gray, radius it's 0, and yes, increase the radius so that it can give you a curve effect. And you can also change its color at any color you want. Let's say I just, yeah, blue is good, little bit transparent, 40% transparency is nice. Okay, so this looks quite good. And when I reach here, I just need one pole again. So by pressing a control option on the keyboard, I just drag and drop so it makes a replica of it. And when I reach here, I again need a pole. Oops. It's good. So place everywhere the your stopping pole where you need to stop your dragging button, just to get the clear image of your car or your rotatory object. This is just for our user reference, that if they want to see, or they can drag till here to just check up, or just check around to get the clear image. So now it's looking quite good. And yes, you can also group these all poles and make a group of it. Let's say stopping pole. Okay, and as you can see that it's I mean, the layer of this group is overlapping that button dragger. So you can just, in the layers panel, you can just drag down it, so it can be I mean, it can behind that button dragger. Now if any of the user just select the button and hover it, or just scroll it here, they can see the one car, or can see here, and if they stop they can see here. And when they reverse it, the dragging button, they can also reverse the whole animation process. I mean, just look at it, it's very beautiful thing which we have created. So yes, you can also set this thing in a you can I mean, in a banner, or you can create as a banner for it, or anything else comes in your mind you can do with this thing. Let's say I just want one thing more, that that ruler fills when I drag it. So 5, let's increase a little bit length here. Now it's good. So I just want when I drag my button over this ruler bar, it eventually gets filled. So just select the ruler, make a control and copy, and let's say value, and change the color of this value as a slightly blue. Yeah, it's a light blue. Okay, now just group these value button with the original ruler bar. Let's drag it into the ruler. So now it's good. And select the ruler, click on clip sublayers, and select the value, and create one event of it. Let's say center X, and this is your x-axis, and also the width. When I reach here, it is it width gets 0, and center X position also gets 0. And when I reach here, yes, its width is 0, and center X is also 0. And when I reach here at the end of a position here, or here, I'll again create one keyframe, says it fills. Let's check the width of a ruler. It's 570. So just set this thing as a also 570. Okay, so let's check up with this. 0. When I goes here, creates a 0 impression. So let's just check. In a full animation, when I goes here, it just create an background effect that a layer is gets filled. So this looks quite beautiful now. And yes, I have made a banner also, so you can set this whole things in a background image as a banner. Just close this driver tab and press command plus 1 over the keyboard, or to set its size. And with the help of sketch, I have made one banner also. So if you need to add on in this thing anything you would like to add, I have already created this banner. Okay, so I would like to show you how it's looking at the end. I have already having a PRD file or a principal file of complete thing like this. I have created a banner and a 360-degree view as you are seeing it. So that's all from my side, guys. If you like the tutorial, keep thumbs up and just look at the quality and look at the finishing of animation, that it's looking quite good. If you like the video, please thumbs up. Thank you so much.